Hello everyone, welcome to my pick a card reading. Today we are going to be dealing with matters of the heart. How does your crush really feel about you? It is raining here in beautiful sunny California. I hope that you can all hear the rain in the background because it is so soothing. As we get into this reading, I am going to be telling you how your crush feels about you, what they think about you, what would happen if you were to make a move, and really, how is this crush going to turn out for you? So, is there hope for you too? Let's get into the reading. As you know, with any pick a card reading, it is best to focus on your crush in this case. Maybe if you have a picture of them, focus on the picture, and then whatever card you're drawn to, whatever stone you're drawn to, whatever energy you're picking up, that is going to be the pile for you. You can take a look in the comments and skip ahead to your reading. All right, if you picked pile number 1, this is your pick a card reading. How does your crush really feel about you? So let's get into it. All right, we've got the gardener. The gardener is non-judgment, acceptance, self-compassion. Okay, right away I can see that this is more than a crush for you. You have real feelings for this person, and you've been putting in a lot of work already to get to know this person, to become closer to this person. I mean, if you take a look at this card here, the gardener, and think about what does the gardener really do? They take a little seed and they grow it into something nourishing or beautiful. And I feel like that's what you've done. You've taken the idea, this little feeling for this person, and you've kind of made it blossom by becoming closer to them. So you've already been putting in a lot of work to create a real relationship. This isn't something that you just kind of have been, oh, I have a crush on this person and I've been thinking about this person. You've been actually putting in work to make something grow with this person. And I feel like they feel close to you. Whatever you've been doing to get closer to them, they feel close to you. I think you guys might be in a situation where you see each other on a regular basis. So I'm thinking that you guys either work together, you go to school together, you volunteer, some way that you guys are thrown together on a pretty regular basis, so you have a chance to build this relationship. Maybe you are already in the beginning stages of a relationship with this person. But I see here that this person knows how you feel about them, whether you've told them or not, and they do like you, they do care for you, they think of you a lot. They think that you guys are very compatible, so they're very in their heads with this. They might not be expressing it to you, but they think very highly of you. They think that you're kind of running the show with this relationship, by the way. You are the one in control, but they think that you're, very strong, brave, you're driven, you know where you're going. So I feel like, yeah, you may be in a work situation or a school situation because they find you very ambitious and driven, and they admire that. They think that intellectually you're on the same level, and they have great conversations with you. They enjoy talking to you, being around you. Let's see. I do see an obstacle here. So there might be another person in their life. They might be in another relationship. If they are in another relationship, I don't feel like it's a strong relationship. I don't feel like it's a severely committed relationship. I feel like they might be in another relationship. So if they are in another relationship, I don't feel like it's a strong relationship. I don't think it's a very committed relationship. They're the kind of person who really lives in their head. They do not just jump right in and make rash moves. They're not the kind of person to just passionately follow their heart. And that could be another obstacle here. They're afraid of making the wrong decision, I think. They're afraid of making the wrong move. But if you look at this card here, it's funny, you'll see here the Two of Pentacles, but look at the artwork. There's two hearts, so they have two places in their hearts. They're either two people in their hearts, or they're really trying to weigh up their decision. And the yellow in tarot often represents intellect. And so let's be logical about this and not really feelings. But then here's intuition, and they feel like, yeah, this might be a really great relationship being with you. But because they are so by the book, they are so in their head, and logic often outweighs passion for them, they are having a hard time trying to fit you into their life. It may be that they're too busy with work or too busy with school, or that they're just looking for the perfect relationship, and maybe you're just a little bit messy and not checking all of those boxes, even though, oh gosh, they really like you. They really like you. I feel like because of this last card here, that there might be another person in their life. And if that is the case, they are trying to decide between the two of you. And I do see them kind of leaning towards you. But here's our advice card, perfectionism. Permission to make mistakes is so freeing. It's the root of creativity and change. Allow me, divine, to make as many mistakes as I need. Free me from the prison of perfectionism. So what I think this means is advice for them. One, that this doesn't have to be a perfect relationship, and you don't have to have all your ducks in a row before you start your relationship. And that's kind of advice for you too, because I see that you're kind of trying to win your way into their heart before you tell them that you like them. And I think you just go ahead and tell them you like them now, and make it a little bit messy and see where it goes, because I think it will lead to great places for you. I do think this person cares about you, and I do see them trying to make a decision as to whether or not to start a relationship with you, but you've already put in so much work, and they already feel so close to you, that I think that they will choose to be with you. So really great for your crush, pile one. I advise, go ahead and tell them. Let it be known, because really they already know. They already know in their heart that you like them. Their instincts are screaming it. And how could they not when you have built this foundation already? All right, welcome to pile number 2. If you have picked pile number 2, pick a card reading. How does your crush really feel about you? This is your reading. So let's get into it. Okay. Ooh, the Weaver of Flowers. The Weaver of Flowers is the creator. The art of the universe. Integration. This is a person who knows how to go out and get what she wants. This card is your advice card, so I'm just gonna pop it over here. Okay, so right away I see you have manifested this person into your life. You are very powerful at drawing in emotional connections. I feel like you're one of those people who makes like a vision board, or you made a list and said, you know, I want tall, dark, and handsome, and then the next day, tall, dark, and handsome showed up. I don't think you've been in a relationship for a while, or you've been healing from a broken relationship, and you are now in a place where you can receive love, that you can build a good relationship. I feel like you've been working on yourself. You've been putting so much work into yourself. Maybe you've been dieting, or you've been getting a different mental mindset, or you've really just been getting yourself into like a positive outlook on life and realizing what you deserve. And because you've been doing that, you have managed to actually see you attracting a lot of different people into your life. Like people are really just drawn to you like bees to honey. You are really, is it flies to honey? Bees to honey, flies to honey. I don't know. Well, you have been attracting a lot of people. This person that you have a crush on, wow, they are really, really enamored by you. They think you are so interesting. They think you are really special, beautiful, gorgeous, good looking, like super, super attracted to you. They find that you're like very passionate. You are energetic, that like when they're around you, they just get this like, like they become really pumped and energetic and happy, and like they feel like flirtatious. They feel like they're the only person in the room when you're there. Like you might be the perfect ideal person as far as looks, as far as personality. They really like you. But here's the kicker. They have no clue at all that you like them. And that, my friend, is going to be the biggest obstacle that is in their way, because first of all, they don't think that they are good enough for you. They don't feel like you would choose them. They're like, why would this person choose me? The way they like you is just a fantasy in their head. You're like the dream girl, the dream guy, the catch, and they really don't see you guys being together. It would be awkward for them. And I'm telling you right now, because they don't know, do not tell this person how you are feeling about them without go to pile number one and see what that person has done and do what that person has done. Because you really need to build a friendship with them, build a rapport with them before you go in and say, hey, I like you. Because if you go and tell them right now, they are going to be the hermit. They are going to retreat. They are going to back away from you. And they're going to be all kinds of lost in their mind, trying to figure out, why does this person like me? And what is going on? And they might just feel so undeserving that they would be like really uncomfortable accepting your love. So what I think needs to happen is, I think that you need to get into their head and show them that you guys can be together and make them feel comfortable with the idea of being with you. But I do see you guys starting a relationship together. I do see this working out. So if you follow that advice, so the advice here, compassion. As you pray each day for greater compassion, a new self is born. Draw new people and experiences. Dear Lord, help me feel ever depending, self-acceptance. May I see myself as you see me. That is what you need to do for your crush. You need to soften up a little bit more, and you need to build up a better connection with them, which you totally can do, because they really like you. So you just need to figure out a way to make a better connection with them, like a real connection. Because like at this point, you are like the popular girl in school, and they are the nerdy kid who dreams of you from afar. Or, you know, you're like the rock star crush that I went to your show and he looked at me through the audience and we made eye contact, but that's not real. So for you, you're not real to this person. So you need to build something that's real with them in order to make this happen. But I do see it happening. And I feel like maybe you guys, this might be like this person, you might actually come from 2 different countries. Like this person might be from a different country, you might be from a different country, a different culture, and so your communication styles are a little bit different too, and so that's going to be somewhat of a little obstacle for you. But I do see you guys starting a relationship together. Oh, good for you. Good for you, pile number 3. I think if I were a hopeful crush, would hope to have picked this pile. All right. All right, welcome to Pick a Card Reading. If you picked pile number 3, how does your crush really feel about you? And what is going to happen between you guys? This is your reading. Okay, let's get into it. Lullaby, restoration, dreams, rhythms, things that you, lullaby. So, restoration, dreams, rhythms. Okay, and this is your advice card. Let's kind of put it over here to the end. Okay, guys. Okay. I've got 2 different scenarios going on in my head, 2 different energies that I'm picking up that could be going on. First of all, this could be how do I put this? An affair type situation. Like maybe the person you're interested in is a married person, a married man, married woman. Maybe you're in a relationship. Maybe you're both in a relationship. Because lullaby here is things that are kind of secretive. So they're the cycles of day and night, light and dark. We give much during the day. Night is our time to recover. So that often indicates fantasy. It often indicates things being hidden. And I see here that maybe this person is in. You know what? I'm feeling 2 different energies, 2 different scenarios of what could be happening. So I'm just going to go through the first scenario, and then I'll go through the second scenario. So first scenario is you have a crush on someone who is already taken. And that is the energy given out here is a secret relationship. And I feel like this person is in a marriage, but they are not in the most perfect marriage. You're not in the most perfect marriage or relationship. They're really in it for kind of show, or they're in it because it's just kind of they've lost all the passion, and you're somebody that came into their life and sparked that passion, and their relationship could end because of this relationship that you've brought in. So I see secretiveness, and I see them hiding you away. This is a secret relationship. They're deceiving other people because of it. They're deceiving somebody from their past, somebody that they're actually quite committed to. So I don't know that they would leave their partner, even though they're not necessarily happy. But I feel like if it were to come out, their marriage or their relationship would definitely end. And I don't know. This person can be, or you are being, there's an element of obsession here. So somebody's very obsessed, very controlling. It might be one of those relationships where you 2 are just obsessed over each other in this very passionate, unhealthy way. And really, I mean, that's kind of the nature of extra relationship affairs, isn't it? But I do see, in the end, I don't know that you guys would necessarily be together, because this is a conflict tension card, but this could be the conflict tension in their marriage. So I keep saying marriage. I feel like there's a strong relationship there. There's a strong connection, either with you or this other person, and you guys are both into the secretiveness. So I feel like maybe you guys are already having an affair, and if so, it is going to ruin your other relationship. So just really think about that. Do you want to be with this person and leave that other person? Because that is the direction I see it going in. And then, okay, as far as your advice, ambition. May I offer all my deepest longings to love itself and invite a divine plan beyond the mind imagining. Please use me for the highest good. So I feel like maybe this is one of those relationships where you can't resist each other. And you're not supposed to be together, but you are. And it is going to be very hard. Your relationship is going to be very hard, because it's going to it's going to break down a lot of other things. But, maybe that's what you needed to let go of the past. So that's scenario 1 I see happening, okay? And if that does not speak true to you, if nothing of that made sense, then scenario 2, I see that you are fantasizing over this person, and it's really just a fantasy. It's just in your head. This person you're not really on their radar. I feel like you're looking for, oh God, here we go again, stupid garbage strike. Okay, so I feel like you have been fantasizing over this person. You've been playing out these little scenarios of you being together, of them, wanting you and passionately taking you, and maybe you guys are getting married, or they're choosing you over somebody else. Just, you've just been playing out these little fantasies in your head, like we all do when we like somebody. But I feel like for you, this person represents stability. They check off all the boxes of what you think a stable partner would look like. They might even be somebody who's older, somebody who's well established, somebody who has a good job, and maybe they're affluent. They've got quite a bit of money. They've got a really good job, but they don't quite trust you because they don't quite know you. There is somebody else in their past that they're committed to, that they're hung up on. And if you were to tell them that you like them, it would not go over well. If they are just not into you, they just don't see you that way. You're just not in that place for them. They have somebody else that's already in that place. They're not letting go of that person. And there isn't really any hope here. So the advice would be to learn from this, because I feel like you might be becoming a pest in their eyes, and at some point it's going to come to a head, and they're going to just be like, yo, you need to chill out because I'm just not into you. Or you're going to have some kind of conflict or some kind of tension there. And ultimately, you're going to learn from that tension and move on. But I feel like I feel almost like a gold digger energy here. Not that you're a gold digger, you're doing this simply because of money, but just because this person, it would be such an accomplishment for you to land this person that you've kind of become obsessed on them, and not because you really like them that much, but because they've become a goal, and it would be really awesome if you were to achieve that goal. So I don't really see you guys being together in that scenario. If that spoke to you, if the person that you like, you're, putting yourself out there and you're flirting and they're just like not having it and they're with somebody else, don't see you guys being together. If it's the other scenario and you're with a married person, I feel like your relationship is going to be like a domino effect and tear down other relationships. And if that's something that you want, fine, but just realize the karma comes around in circles, so that will come back to you at some point in time. If you are not, there's a way to go about doing it, to be honest with yourself, to be honest with your other partners, to be honest with the person you have a crush on, and that would be the best way to go about doing it. All right, thank you so much for Pick a Card reading. If any of this spoke to you, please